So the Florida Panthers general manager Zito just continually proves why he's the best guy in the business. He's the absolute best GM in the league, and it's just astounding. You know, the Florida Panthers used to be known as a laughingstock, a team that couldn't get fans, yada, yada, yada. And there was a lot of reasons for that. The prior ownership wasn't the best. And, you know, to be fair, the Tampa Bay Lightning kind of proved if you build it correctly, there is hockey fans down in Florida. And to see the absolute transformation this organization has made within a relatively short span is just really impressive. Carter Verhaeghe signs an 8-year deal worth $7 million per year. And that's a really good bargain. Verhaeghe, 30 to 40 plus goal scorer, absolute sniper. He was pivotal during these Stanley Cup final runs. It just really impresses me. It really impresses me what Zito has done with the Florida Panthers and how much talent they have in the building. Now, good news for Florida fans. This is about a day or so late when I make this video, but Barkov injury when he was kind of trying to defend on an empty net, went up against the wall. He'll only be out 2 to 3 weeks with a sprain. If I'm Florida Panthers fans, I'm like, hey, you take your time. Like, we got talent on this roster. Like, if we can just keep our heads above water, we have enough talent to be really good again and maybe potentially go back-to-back. It really does impress me what Zito has done with the draft picks, with the guys they brought in that have just found a home. Guys like Verhaeghe, for example. They extend him, and only having to pay him $7 million per year is really impressive, considering you're having a lot of players just cash out because they understand the NHL cap is going to keep going up. But Florida is just about building a winning culture. That has been the most amazing thing out of all of this to me. Like, the Florida Panthers have completely changed that culture since they brought in, I mean, even before this, but like even with Huberdeau was there, they were turning things around and being more successful in the regular season. But since the trade for Tkachuk, the constant contention for Stanley Cups, it's just really impressive. It reminds me of a team, sort of, you know, as a Bruins fan, like Bruins, Chicago Blackhawks, Pittsburgh Penguins during the golden years of their run. They're just building winners. And, you know, with how well they've drafted, how well young players have come along, and how they've just hit on kind of retreads, guys that maybe didn't fit elsewhere, and then they come in, play for a year like OEL did last year for the Panthers, come in, contribute, and win a cup or be successful. He manages to hit on most of these deals. He really does, and it's just truly impressive to me how the culture has shifted. And the Florida Panthers, they're not going to go away. Is there going to be some difficulty with contracts going forward? Absolutely. There's always going to be some players you won't be able to retain. You saw some players leaving this last offseason due to the cap space. But with the culture they're building down in Florida, with the leaders they have in place, the Florida Panthers are going to be a very good team for a very long time. I would not be surprised if they just win another cup or two with this core. They're that talented. They have the goaltending. They have the defense. They have everything you want. And maybe you have a time limit with Bobrovsky, but with how Zito's been able to, you know, manage to find guys or draft guys. I mean, Spencer Knight's still there. Maybe he can really fulfill his potential. But even if it's someone different, I have full faith in this general manager, Zito, and the management overall in Florida with their team culture. They're going to be a very good team for a very long time. Random rant video, but just it kind of makes me appreciate what they've built there in Florida. I mean, it's just overall hockey in Florida. Like, even if you include the Tampa Bay Lightning when they were having that great run, you know. As a hockey fan, some people are like, oh, I remember this as an old saying. Hockey will never be successful down south. It will never be successful. Well, it is successful. They're winning. They're doing well. They're building fans. And as an NHL fan, as a hockey fan overall, while I want my team to win every single year, it's always amazing to hear the growth of the game so we can get more fans. But again, hats off to the Florida Panthers, inking up Verhaeghe. What they have built, it's just really friggin' impressive. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section, coming from the tugboat. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about the Florida Panthers and how they have been built? And do you believe they have a chance to be a dynasty here? I'm Captain Paul. See you. in the next one.